Alright, so video response to Steve at Safearmsreview on the, you were talking about buying a new gun or a welder. Came into some money and wanted to do some stuff. This was a project where I made that choice a little while back. I bought a welder and bought an Eastwood MIG welder. They're not very expensive, $600 for the deluxe package, $400 for one that's not capable of welding aluminum. The $400 package one is fine for pretty much every kind of steel out there, but if you get the $600 package, you also get an aluminum spool gun. But that welder, the MIG 175, requires 220 power. You'll see it featured in some of my other videos. But one reason I'm going to make this a public video is, you know, we talk about stocking up on stuff or that kind of thing. A lot of the other guys out there right now, Southern Prepper 1, Steve at Safearmsreview, the main prepper, a lot of us are pretty close to the same age, except those guys got to pretty much complete their military retirement, and I didn't. So I'm constantly looking for ways I can make an honest buck. And one of them is doing work and hauling and building stuff. And my question at the beginning of every week is, how do I make myself wealthier this week? Because the big paycheck place in the sky or St. Louis, Missouri doesn't give me monthly checks. So I have to hustle for a living. And for me, that means making things or making money. I still have to work. But fortunately, I'm still relatively able-bodied, and I can get out there and do things. So when I had a few $100, about the amount of money a person would expect to spend on an AK or maybe a low-end AR or a nice, good quality handgun, I bought a full-on welding kit, and I learned how to use it. The wire feed welders aren't incredibly difficult to use, and it's a myth that you need the high quality ones to get decent usable work out of it. High quality welders do last longer. For professional use all day, every day, the high quality welders make a difference. For semi-professional and hobby use, you may never notice the difference. And getting a worn out high quality unit versus a brand new kind of middling quality unit, not a bad, I mean, it's kind of a personal choice. But I built this a couple of weeks ago. It's starting to pay for itself already. And if you own this welding equipment, you get to own a lot of other things for just the cost of materials. Now, if I were to still, working full time and earning money full time, or if I had been able to keep my military retirement, then maybe it's just a matter of going out and buying the stuff. But then possessing things and making things are two different issues. It's a little bit more rewarding to be self-sufficient and make your own things. So to Steve at Safearmsreview, and whether or not you would get a new gun or get into welding and welding projects and making some of your own stuff, I think in the long run you're going to find that if your arsenal is already decent, you've already been on the TV show, you've proven you got your shit together with all of that. Do some things that'll make you a little more productive and wealthier, and be able to get some work for yourself, or maybe even employ somebody, at least part-time, cash. Be able to have some economic options, if not for yourself, for some of the people around you. You may find yourself needing to help out or wanting to help somebody out who's recently out of the military and, maybe not collecting a check for whatever reasons. And if guys in that circle of veterans and circle of people have tools and resources and can hustle odd jobs with something, the welding outfit definitely works for me. Okay, it definitely works for me. Having this trailer works for me. Just finished a small hauling job where, it was a little bit of cash for me and a friend of mine, and we're able to keep going that way. And that's without the active military retirement and without any other outside income coming in, without being a burden on the social welfare system. We're able to get by. So think about that when you're stocking up and gearing up, and if you got some extra money and you want to get a toolkit together, assume that everything you need to do decent metal work can be done for under $1,000. And I'll show you some other stuff I'd recommend too. But remember, once you buy that welder, you're just materials away from building projects like this.